What's up, it's Destiny back again with another video, and today I wanted to talk about filters and body dysmorphia, something that I feel kind of plagues society with the various social media apps and applications. But before I get into this video, I want you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I want you to go ahead and like this video because you know I'm only going to talk about things that you like, right? But yeah, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like. That helps the channel to grow. It helps bring attention to other people to view as well. So I got this, it just kind of dawned on me last summer. I was on vacation, I was taking pictures, and I was using the filter. And I was like, why am I using a filter? I was on Instagram. Why am I using the filter? This makes absolutely no sense. And then getting in my head, thinking, you know, the overthinker that I am, I'm thinking deeper and deeper, and I'm like, is this a form of lack of self-love? Is this a form of not truly accepting myself? Is this a form of blase blah? I was going down the rabbit hole with this thought, and it kind of stuck with me ever since. What brought it back to my attention were two things. One, a friend went to SHOT Show, which is a convention in the 2A community. The 2A, for some people that don't know, is the Second Amendment. It's our Second Amendment right to bear arms, things of that nature. They had a show, and someone called me, and he was like, yo, none of the people that we follow look how they look in real life. Like, they are unrecognizable without these filters, without this Photoshop, without this facade that is portrayed on Instagram. And I was like, wait, what? And he was like, Des, I'm telling you. And I was like, okay, that broke my heart. Then I came across a post actually a few days ago where this girl took a picture of herself with a filter and without a filter, and she was saying how she wants to get away from the filters and how she relies on the filters and she doesn't feel pretty without the filters. And I'm like, girl, you literally look the same. Like, if I could find the post, I think it's on the Melanin Shade Room. She literally looks the same without the filter. And again, broke my heart because it's like, these beautiful women are thinking that they're not beautiful, are not able to see the beauty because of these filters. And so I asked my following on Instagram how they feel about filters. I even went live about it. I asked how they felt about filters. I asked how they felt about people presenting information in a certain way that they might feel as presentable or put together or attractive or whatever. And I'm putting quotes because all of those things are subjective to the person, right? It's subjective to the individual. What you find attractive, I might not find attractive. What so-and-so, you get what I'm saying? So those things are very subjective. But I asked my following on Instagram, my people, call y'all followers, they my people. I asked my people on Instagram their thoughts about it. We went live, we had a good little discussion about it. And from the data collected, most of the people do not care about filters. They do not care if you're made up. They do not care about these superficial things. What they want to know is what is inside, what is deep down, who you are as a person to the core, your personality, your spirit, your characteristics, things like that. That is what they are more concerned with than just the outward appearance. And I would beg to give pushback on that because we say that, right? We say that we don't care about appearance and we only care about what's inside, but then you're only promoting, liking, sharing the people that you find attractive. So I give a little bit of pushback on that because although that is what they're saying, that is not always what is true on a wide scale. And so also, what else we were talking about? I had a point, and the point of integrity. I always try to tell my people to move with integrity, regardless of what you're doing, whatever it is, move with integrity. When you move with integrity, you get blessed. When you move with an integrity, and you have the right intentions behind what you're doing, you're going to get blessed for it. A lot of people don't move with integrity, but also one could say moving in integrity is showing up as your full self, meaning without the filters, because you have a filter online, but you don't have a filter in the real world when you're seeing these people. Some people were saying that that's a form of catfishing as well. Again, one could give pushback on that depending on the type of filter that one is using. A lot of the filters do cinch your face. They cinch in your nose and they give you these cheekbones and they pout your lips. One could say that is a form of catfishing because it is changing your facial features. Whereas there are some filters that just smooth out your skin. And I guess that could be a form of catfishing too. So, you know, I see the both sides of what people were saying. But I just really don't want, and I shouldn't just say the women, because I have seen where men use filters. And it's not, I gotta be careful with these words when you're talking about groups of people. And it's not just a particular group of people, it's all men. I've seen various types of men that identify in different ways use filters as well. And it just goes back to, why do people feel that they need to wear filters? Is that truly a lack of self-acceptance? Are you not able to accept yourself, how you show up, how you wake up every morning, and so you feel that other people in the world are not going to accept you as well? So you put on this mask to mask whatever flaws. No. Mom life, y'all know what's up. So you put on this mask to mask whatever flaws or things that you don't think is acceptable for yourself, and so you don't think other people are going to accept it as well. And that is heartbreaking, because we should be able to just wake up and show up how we are. So also a question that a few questions I asked were, are you able to receive information from people that you don't find attractive? Are you able to receive information from people that are not necessarily put together? Are you able to receive information from people that don't have this polished look? And for the most part, people were saying, yes, they're able to receive information from anyone, regardless of how they look, made up or not, filtered up or not. So people were giving but again, people say these things, but then it shows in their actions how they really feel with the types of people that they follow, the types of videos they repost, the types of things that they share. It can be contradictory sometimes. And some people were straight up. They're like, no, I'm not looking at or following anyone that I'm not attracted to. I'm not taking in any information from anyone I'm not attracted to, or I don't feel it's presentable, blase. And they were real with it. And what can I say? There's absolutely nothing I can say about that. This was really a social experiment. What I try to tell people is, like, deep down, I'm a scientist. I like to do social experiments. I like to get people's perspectives. I like to see people's thought processes. I like to give people a different perspective. I like to see and figure out why people are the way that they are and why they do the things that they do. That is just innate. I've always been that way. That's just who I am. But back to the topic at hand. I will say that these filters and this auto-tune, is it auto-tune? Facetune, Photoshop, things like that, has kind of created a sense of a form of body dysmorphia in society today. You wake up and you look in the mirror and you look one way. Then you pick up your phone and you put on a filter and you create these videos and you do these things. But then when you put your phone down and you go back in the mirror, you're like, whoa, that's not the same person. What am I you don't think that that messes with your brain. I think that it messes with your brain. I think it gives you a false sense of reality. I think it gives you a false sense of self-love and acceptance. And I'm not saying that people hate themselves. I'm not saying that people who wear makeup, people who use filters, people who do Facetune, I'm not saying that you hate yourself. I'm just saying that this is something that we need. Let me mute my phone. This is something that we need to be thinking about, especially when we are, and everyone doesn't have this charge on their life to be mindful of other people. I do. I'm mindful of other people in the sense of I understand a level of responsibility when you come in front of people and portraying and doing certain things. So I don't ever want to make young girls, young boys, whomever, grow up thinking, oh, well, I gotta look like this, I gotta do like this because Destiny said, and da-da-da-da. I don't ever want that to be the case. So that's part of the reason why I'm addressing it as well, because you're gonna see me with makeup. I'm wearing makeup right now. I'm gonna wear makeup when I feel like it, and I'm gonna show up without makeup whenever I feel like it, you know. And I'll say for me, and I've discussed this, I discussed this on live, the reason why I use filters or anything like that is because my pores, I feel like my pores are big, and that's not my favorite thing. So I try to make it not as noticeable. For me, that is my reason. And well, someone could say, well, Destiny, you gotta love yourself. You gotta learn to accept it. I do love myself, and I do accept it. Some days I struggle with accepting it, but for the most part, I accept it because what can I do? All I can do is go ahead with my Dermalogica and get my facials here and there and do what I can and eat as healthy as I can and let that show up otherwise. But there's literally nothing I can do with that. I absolutely think it's just genetics. I absolutely do. Just like the little moles or freckles that I have around my eyes. That's just genetics. I love them. I think they're super cute. Anyway, so yeah, I just want us to be mindful because I don't want people to fall into like a depression, fall into like a self-hating mode because they don't look a certain way. And who's to say that we're still, and why does everybody want to look the same? That's another thing. Like, why do you want to use these filters and you looking like every other girl that looks like you? These flaws, these unique characteristics about ourselves is what separates us from other people. So why are we trying to make us like others? We gotta stop it. Stop the cap, stop the madness, stop the body dysmorphia. So I am going to, and this is not to say you ain't gonna catch me on the gram with a filter here and there. And that's usually when I'm making a story. But when I'm doing my reels, no filter. And when I'm going live, I'm likely to not be wearing a filter because I'm beautiful, baby. With or without a filter, with or without makeup, I'm beautiful inside and out. And I want other people to know that for themselves. So I have to lead by example. We natural, we gonna be natural all the way. So leave below. How do y'all feel about this conversation? Have y'all noticed that people usually only post or upload when they're using a filter? Have you noticed, you know, for yourself, and you may not want to share this, I don't know how open you are, but have you noticed that you noticed a change from using a filter to not using a filter? Has that like kind of shocked your brain in a sense? So leave a comment below and let me know how you feel about this conversation. Like I said, the name of the channel is It's Destiny. It's not just 2A, it's not just hair, it's not just mom stuff, it's not just all of those things encompass who Destiny. Ooh, I'm not finna be talking about myself in third person, baby, okay? All of those things encompass who I am, and I just want to share that with you all. So hopefully, if you follow me because of 2A, you can find interest in other things that I'm discussing as well. And if you follow me for hair, hopefully you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you just can get with it. So yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know how you feel about this conversation. If it resonates with you, how you feel about it. What are your thoughts when you see people with a filter or without a filter? Does that matter to you? The polished look, the model look, I guess you would say. Let me know in the comments below. Again, be sure to subscribe and be sure to like this video and share it. Share it with somebody. Share the channel with somebody. I'm sure there's somebody in your life that you may know that might find interest in the things that I'm over here posting, baby, okay? And as always, stay dangerous. And if you love someone, tell them I love you all.